special edition of Nintendo Talk. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the biggest loser fan in all the land.
Whoa!
Well, you're a Red Sox fan, so of course. Because how they doing right now? Yeah,
you know, they're getting there.
Cellar dwellers. It's okay. I got you. Meanwhile, what are the Yankees doing, baby? They're just knocking everybody out. And by the way, their entire team is injured.
Yeah.
So like,
what happens? I could get a spot on that roster.
What happens when people start actually getting healthy and coming back? Like, it's gonna get nasty. Ooh.
We will see.
I smell a New York championship this year.
Nope,
probably
just
not.
Jersey.
Probably not.
That's just the trash in Jersey.
Wow. It's like that? Okay. It's going to be that way. So, just a little recap for some people that are wondering, like, what is going on right now. This is continuing my special of prediction shows. I wanted to bring on different people that I admire, that I enjoy, that are friends of mine, to come on and do their predictions for E3. Nintendo predictions for E3 from them. And then I kind of, like, you know, critique their predictions live in color. So it's kind of fun. Patrick, real quick before we jump into anything. A lot of people that know my channel should know you would think, yes, at this point. But real quick, like, let them know what you do and all that stuff, or what you don't do anymore. Some podcast he gave up, he like walked away from.
No.
Yeah, he just you know, he tried whatever, man.
Put words into my mouth.
Listen to the show with me and Joe. You're gonna love it. The way it starts.
Episode probably.
Yeah. No. It's when I said like rip PMP, and then we go.
Oh my god. So anyway, yeah. I have a little channel called NintenTalk, and I'm excited. This is my favorite time of the year. I actually started my channel doing this. I just started making videos. Yeah. Metroid might come to the Switch, whatever. So yeah, I love doing this. And Bobby, I love you. We did one last year with Sean. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yeah, you know, the thing is it's probably it's close to 2 years ago that you and I met.
Yeah.
And it was right around, like, right after E3 and all that stuff. And, like, this little guy just shows up in my chat talking to me. I'm like, who's this guy?
300 subscribers.
Yeah, I'm like, who's this guy? I'm like, you know what? I like this guy. This guy's in the chat. He's talking it up. And then I brought you on. And you were just, dude, I remember you being super nervous.
That whole day, dude, I was like, oh, my God. I'm going to be live.
And now look at you, man. Like, you're king. You're king.
Yep. I know.
Oh God, here we go. Okay, so let's jump into this.
Okay.
What is your first prediction for Nintendo at E3?
So I have 5 predictions. I think the way I'm going to go about this is I'm going to go slow first and then, like, you know, get juicier and juicier. Like, what's going to make the most waves with E3, okay?
Yeah, here we go.
So the first one, it's kind of boring, but whatever. I think we're going to get our final or close to final Wii U port. Okay, we haven't actually got one in a while.
I mean, you could basically say Mario Maker is quasi one. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
The debate about Splatoon, was that actually a sequel, could be played. That same thing could be played with Mario Maker. But go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I think the last one was Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a good time, especially. So I had 3 possible ones that could fit this. So first one I think the most likely is 3D World. You know, the new style in Mario Maker. I think people are going to be itching for that game. That's a great game. Oh. And then Pikmin 3, I think, would be another one. There's not really a lot that are worth porting over anymore, I feel like. And then the one, it's kind of a pipe dream, but I would like to be ported over is Paper Mario Color Splash. It was a dumpster fire on the Wii U.
Come on.
But take the gamepad away, and it would have been a great game. The writing was great.
No. That game, it had nothing to do. Come on. Oh, God, Patrick. You're already starting off in the bad way.
No.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's be honest. Let's be fair. Let's be real.
Okay.
That game was bad because of the way the card system ran. That's what made that game bad. Had nothing to do with the gamepad.
Well, you had to fill up the paint. You had to choose what cards you want.
But
you had
that had nothing to do with it. The problem was if they would have taken a cue, it's a shame that SteamWorld Quest didn't come out first. Because what SteamWorld Quest did right was it grabbed the cards and you kept them. And then you put them into a deck and you can only play so many cards.
Oh, yeah, these disappeared,
disappeared. So you'd have to find... And the problem was you would go into battles and lose cards and then have no way to finish the battle because you'd run out of cards. Nah, that was horrible. That whole system
if they reworked it,
they'd have a lot of reworking to do for that one. Come on.
I just feel like they put in a lot of effort. There was a lot of love in that game.
Aesthetically, it was fantastic. It was one of the best, most gorgeous games on the Wii U. Like, it was so amazing. But that card, if they would have just went with a classic RPG system or some sorts, that game would have been so much better. Would have been fantastic. But let's back up a little bit. So with the 3D World one, I could definitely see what you're saying because people are going to be playing with this Mario Maker, and they're going to basically get that style, and they're going to be getting the Cap Mario, and I think they're going to get that itch for the clear pipes and all the different stuff that they do. I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
I will be honest. I did think that when Captain Toad got launched, I think, I said it numerous times, I thought Captain Toad and that one should have got bundled together, and that should have been the deluxe. Because for those that don't know, spoilers, Captain Toad is actually the prequel to Mario 3D World. So that one I could see. I wouldn't... it's been rumored for a while, and I just don't see it happening, but the 2 Zelda games, the HD remakes, that would make sense to me. I feel like they probably have...
those in a pack, though. That'd be a nice, double pack. But they don't want to do it.
They don't do that. To me, I feel like they have probably 5 good games left. 6. So they have 3D World. They have the 2 Zeldas. So there's 3. Pikmin 3, like you said. I don't know, actually is 5. And then Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I believe that those are the 5 games that are left. That if they ported those games... Oh, yeah, Pikmin 3, that's it. If they ported those 5 games, I think people would be happy getting those 5
I liked Xenoblade X, but that's just me. I liked it a lot.
You know what, man? That game was real weird. That game was weird for me because of the fact of, like...
it also started 40 hours in. You didn't get the mech.
You really didn't get going until you got 40 hours in. And I'd be honest with you, I didn't like the mech. I liked playing without the mech. I left the game when the mech came into play. Once I got to the point where I ran out of getting free mechs, I was like, this is no fun for me anymore. Like I'm out. But that game was weird for me because when you played, I didn't like the fact of you're running around town, you're running around doing your stuff, and you're a deaf mute. You're basically Link. And then you fight, and you're yelling to people as you're fighting.
That's true.
Because you pick the voice that you want to be. Because I picked Shulk. I wanted the Shulk voice. And then all of a sudden, the fight's done, and they can't hear you no more. They can read your mind. And I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever.
I would rebuy that. I don't know if I'd rebuy... I don't think I'd rebuy Pikmin 3. Paper Mario, though, it's still $35. That's the reason why I said...
Would you stop it with Paper Mario? Move on with that. No. If Pikmin 3 came bundled with 1 and 2... Yeah, I think that would be the linchpin and the win right there. Like if they did that, that would be fantastic.
Yep.
And I think that's what they got to do ultimately. You know what I mean? They have to do something like that. That would be, man, lights out. People would lose their minds.
And I feel like this might be slated if they did a port, probably August. There's a little bit of time where we don't know what's going on yet.
I don't know, Pat. There's so much stuff happening, man.
Daemon X Machina. There also could be delays, which. We'll get to that. Later.
Let's be honest. Daemon X Machina should be delayed for another 3 years.
Stop.
No, come on, dude.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know that long,
but it needs time to cook, big time. That thing is so bad.
I think they're just gonna release it.
They probably are. They did. Listen, they did it with Devil's Turd. They did the same thing. They pushed that one out, and that one was a real winner.
Oh God.
But my thing is I think right now. They are so stacked for 2019.
Yep.
Anything like a port would basically come, I believe, the beginning of 2020. That would make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like you need to fill the gap in there someplace to do something there. What's your next prediction?
So that's my first one. The next one I don't think would make that much of a splash is I think 2 games currently are going to get some DLC support. And I don't know what one of them will be, but the one that I think should, and let's be honest, is Super Mario Party. 4 boards, like the online situation, another game without online. You can play a certain mode online, but you can't play like Mario Party online with people. It would have to be free though, but it would have to be pretty like sizable. I was thinking more boards, maybe some characters, maybe an event. That game sold pretty well, and it encourages people to buy Joy-Con. So I'm like, it's kind of a no-brainer to give that game some support. As far as other games, I was thinking like Splatoon 2 possibly get something. Breath of the Wild, I don't know about Odyssey. I think that ship's kind of sailed a little bit. What else was I thinking? But yeah, Super Mario Party. I don't know how you feel about that. Did you buy that game?
No. If they would, because I got nobody to play. I'm gonna play it by myself. I gotta be really good to play, but you know what I mean. But like, if it would have been online, I would have bought it. It would have been a no-brainer for me. And that's kind of the debate that's going on right now, especially with this new Mario thing coming out. And I don't get it. I don't understand. First off, I don't understand where people, and I've been there. I guess I understand it, but I don't understand why people defend Nintendo with a sinking ship. It hurts nobody for them to allow, online play with friends in a new, Mario Maker. And why, like, people being upset about them not putting out boards online, it makes sense. Like, that game could have been massive playing with friends. Listen, they could have done the stupid phone app to have the chats. You know how big that game would have been to have that built into it? Like, it's crazy to me that Nintendo just dropped the ball on that. So, I feel like Nintendo, as much as we say, like, they're starting to get it, every time I say, like, they're starting to get it, I feel like they're starting to lose it, too. So it's like they took 2 steps forward and, like, 5 steps back. And it doesn't make sense to me why a game like Mario Maker didn't have a better online capability. As well, it only had 4. Like, man, they should have dove in and really, like, you could have given it like Mario Kart treatment, where you went back and grabbed some of these original OG boards, and just made them up, like put them in HD, added some nice music to it, like really souped it up and made it something special. And
it's a shame too, because this is like the best the games have been in like a long time. But the online thing is something that you could have got away with GameCube, Wii era. But it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, you can't now. Now it's like to the point where you're charging us for online. Yeah. Give us online experiences, It's just I don't understand it a little bit. So it's it is what it is ultimately. But I feel like it's I don't know. The DLC treatment, I think my opinion is, and I've said this on other prediction shows I've done, I feel like Breath of the Wild is going to get DLC. Yeah. I feel like there's going to be something big and meaty that we're going to get for DLC in terms of... Because I feel like there's 2 teams. There's an A team and a B team for Zelda. And I feel like the A team is probably the one that did Breath of the Wild, and the B team does other stuff. So I think there's enough... and you got to also think, too, that like Monolith Software, or Monolith Soft, whatever, those guys that did Xenoblade, they worked on Breath of the Wild as well. So who's to say that Nintendo doesn't go like, okay, look, Monolith and the B team get started on the next Zelda, and A team, because you already know what Breath of the Wild is, stay here, or flip flop, Monolith and the B team work on the DLC. But I feel like they have 2 teams that could absolutely kill it in terms of making Zelda content. So I feel like we're probably going to get a big... I mean, I have my idea what they should do, but I don't know that they will do it. Because I felt like Zelda Breath of the Wild was kind of a spin off the original Zelda. Yep. In terms of, like, some of the enemies came back, some of those areas. You know what I mean? Like, if you looked at those areas and you looked at the original book, like, it felt like that's what they did. They made these things that Miyamoto originally wanted to happen in this game.
So you're thinking like a whole nother wave, like a wave 2?
What I'm thinking is you do another thing, and because the way it is I would actually do Zelda 2. So what I would do, I would steal that storyline.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, spoilers, it's only like 30 years old, whatever. But the storyline for that game was Princess Zelda was put into a sleep by a wizard. She was put to sleep by a wizard. And the henchmen, so Link is trying to reawaken her. And the henchmen are trying to kill Link. And if they take his blood and they pour it over Ganon's bones, Ganon will resurrect. So you could essentially take that storyline, and what the spin they could do on this is you could pick who you want to start the story with. Do you want to be Zelda or do you want to be Link?
Ooh.
And whoever you pick, the other one falls asleep. And the other one has to go try to save the world. And the henchmen are trying to...
Cool.
So, to me, I think it gives you a couple of things. One, it lets people play as Zelda, which has been clamored for a while now. People have been kind of really wanting to jump into that.
Yep.
And B, it gives you a solid story to go with. And it also gives you a reason for these enemies to be still kind of in the world. Because Ganon's gone. You know what I mean? Like, so...
Yeah.
But if that's the reasoning for... Because I just want to stay in that world just a little longer. Like, just a little longer. And I feel like this could be...
Ganon.
After Ganon. Yeah, because it was... Yeah. It was such a great world to be in. I love that world. There's times I would just play, and I would go hunting. I would just go up into the mountains and run around killing wolves and birds and stuff, and getting the meat and just stockpiling stuff. It was pretty awesome.
If we do end up getting that, like, you have to look at that game as a whole package, and like, oh my god, if a game is ever worth like a full price.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I think going along with this, I think 2 games with DLC support is pretty fair. I don't think this E3 is going to be anything crazy though. Yeah. Like last year, I personally didn't like E3. I feel like there was a lot of stuff that was shown that I didn't care about, like the Xenoblade DLC, Smash. I care about Smash, but like not 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, that was
25 minutes of it.
I think this year is the year that really... This is the year that Nintendo... Okay, I don't want to say that because Nintendo's been known to drop the ball at E3. But this is the year that potentially Nintendo could blow the roof off the place.
Yeah.
They have so much stuff. Here's the thing. There's so much we know about that exists that Nintendo could basically breeze through a lot of that stuff and then go, here we go. Here's some new stuff that you had no clue was coming. And really get people excited and hyped up. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
What's your
my
third, right?
Yes, third. Okay. But to end that, I think Super Mario Party would be my first one, and then a sleeper, which I would love to see, is another wave of Mario Kart DLC. That would be great.
Oh my god!
What was the Wii U? It was like 4 characters, 4.
The Wii U was there was 2 waves. There was, it was 2 cups.
Yep.
2 characters, 2 carts, 8 tracks for both waves, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, price wise, was
good.
$7. It was like $7 if you bought one, and $12 if you bought both. And if you bought both, they gave you as a pre-order bonus. They gave you Yoshi with all the colors and Shy Guy with all the colors.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
And this would be the time to bring in some more Nintendo characters. Like,
man.
Dude.
Yeah.
So those are my two most wanted DLC. I don't normally beg for DLC, but like Mario Party needs it, bro.
Dude, Mario Kart. I have been wanting Mario Kart since we got those 2 packs.
Yeah.
I would love more Mario Kart. Love more Mario Kart.
And it's like still 17 million or something. Some crazy number.
And it's a deluxe. It's not even the original, dude. That's the crazy thing. It outsold the original, and it's setting, like, it's the most sold game on the Switch. Like, what is happening right here? Yeah, it's amazing. This.
All right. So the next that would make some waves is the one-off games that they just drop without any notice. So last year was Super Mario Party. Like, no one knew that game was coming. So I have 3 kind of games that would fit that. So a Mario sports game. I think either baseball or maybe hockey, some weird thing. Pikmin 4, which it could start with the Pikmin 3 package or just Pikmin 3 and then go into Pikmin 4. And then I randomly put like a Donkey Kong game. Just, I don't know if it's like an offshoot type game. I don't know if it's like 3D or 2D, but like just a Donkey Kong game. So like the one-off games where it's like, oh wow, this is coming.
Yeah. So okay, I like where you're going with this. I can respect this train of thought.
It would. Oh yeah, and another thing, it would probably be like around like the Kirby time frame, like January or February.
Yeah.
It'd be like next year.
I don't know what they do with Donkey Kong unless they did Donkey Kong Returns. I don't think they have another Donkey Kong in the chamber. But hey, man, Donkey Kong Returns was a fantastic game. So if they could bring that back and put that on the Switch, I would rebuy that because I loved that one. I actually played that a lot more than I played Tropical Freeze. Number one, it wasn't as hard, but it was just so much fun.
Bring the bongos back, baby.
Oh, man. And then Pikmin, I could see Pikmin 4, absolutely. But I think the one that I think people won't see coming, and I think is coming, is a new Punch-Out game.
That would be cool.
I think without a doubt there's a new Punch-Out game in the works, because every time Nintendo had a big selling console, we got a Punch-Out game. So every big selling console, we get a Punch-Out game. So on the original Nintendo, on the Super Nintendo, and then on the Wii. Those 3 consoles were Nintendo's big selling consoles, and we got a new Punch-Out on every single one. The ones that were kind of dogs, we didn't get anything. So that would be kind of my thought. That would be one that they would just drop on us. Because here's the thing. If you think about it, like, there's really nothing left in the chamber for next year. Once this year is done, I think most of their big major franchises are done. Don't talk to me about Metroid, because Metroid's not a big selling franchise. Don't get me wrong, it's a beloved franchise, but I don't feel like that's one that they hang their hat on, and I don't feel like that game's going to be ready for another 2 years. Easily. This setback was huge. So I feel like we could probably get a Punch-Out, and then maybe they'll fill the gap with some DLC stuff. Maybe we could see Splatoon 3. Maybe we could see a new Mario Kart, but I think Mario Kart might be... See, part of me... See, I'm in a weird train of thought. I really thought that we were going to get Mario Kart DLC when the Wii U was still alive. And it never came. And I really think that Nintendo started down that road, and then they pumped the brakes and were like, you know what? Let's not do this. Let's actually wait, and let's put out a new Mario Kart 9. And I don't think that game was ready for the Switch. So they thought, okay, let's put out Deluxe. That'll give us even another extra little bit of time. And then we go. I really think, because next year is year 4 of the Switch? Right? Because this is year 3. We're on year 3. So next year is year 4. I think that 4-year gap is more than enough time for a new Mario Kart game.
The only reason why I don't say a new Mario Kart game is because, like, mom and dad go to the store and they're like, oh, let's get the Mario Kart game on Switch. They're not looking at Deluxe. They're just saying, okay, this is the Mario Kart game. So I think DLC is the better play.
Oh, listen, my feeling for Mario Kart, you drop it, you put it out, and it becomes a legacy game. And every 6 months, you put out DLC, you put out a couple new tracks, a couple new characters. Done. Like, that's it. I wouldn't mind seeing them go, you know what, we're doing a Mario Kart Ultimate. This is getting way ahead of ourselves. But a Mario Kart Ultimate, and then going like, here's everything. Here's every track, every character. And then at that point go, this is our legacy game, and we're just going to do additional stuff moving forward. So, but I don't see that happening. I think
the one-off game.
I think my fear. I'm sorry. I think my fear of a Mario Kart is I love 8 so much and the mechanics. I'm afraid for them to bring something new.
I know, it's so good.
Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I think the one-off game for me, it's my favorite part of E3. Just like getting the games that you didn't know was coming. And I like you were saying, like, what do they have left in the chamber? That's why I said Pikmin. I also thought of maybe WarioWare, just something that they haven't done yet that needs to be on every Nintendo console. But yeah, Mario sports game, maybe, possibly.
I would say golf or strikers. I think strikers and golf are their two big sports franchises. Those would be big. I think we already know we're getting Sonic Mario for next year, right?
Garbage.
I'm buying it, dude. Them games are gold. The
ones on the Wii were fun, yeah.
Dude, but they're worth so much money because you can't find them. They're worth so much money. I'm buying a couple copies next time. Seriously, like my little cousin, he wanted to play them, and my cousin's wife called me and she's like, "Bobby, we can't find these games." I'm like, what are you talking about? Go on eBay. Couldn't find them any. eBay was so expensive for them, like $100, and I was like, "That's crazy."
There's 2 on the Wii U. There's 2014 and 2016. The 2016 is like Ghost. You can't find it.
Yeah, that's
the like. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but so I think that's going to come next year or whatever when the next Olympics are. 2020 is the next Olympics. I don't know, man. I think that Mario Golf would be a fantastic thing. Strikers, I think, is the bigger game, though, of the two.
Yeah.
I don't think baseball, although I love baseball, don't get me wrong, I don't think baseball is the game that they put out yet. It still needs a little time, I think, to get there. But yeah, I like that. Let me ask you a question. You're saying these one-off drops.
Yeah.
And it would be obviously be for 2020 stuff. Do you feel like these one-off drops are basically like your bookends, like or your big games for next year, or these just extra games that are just going to come?
I think it's like I was saying before, like the Kirby time frame. I feel like you need to start somewhat strong in the year and have a game so there's not like 2 months of dead air. And it's also nice. It gets people excited because people they said, I think in the post, we're going to focus on 2019 games. Now that could mean the fiscal year, which ends in March. So,
well, I guess what I'm saying is what I feel like is every year Nintendo has dropped 2 major franchises.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the first year was Zelda and Mario. Second year was Pokemon and what was the other game last year? Smash. And then this year is Animal Crossing and Pokemon again.
Oh, you're asking if this would be one of those big games?
Yeah, if one of those would one of the games, you're saying these drops, do you think these are one of your big games, or do you think these are just games that fill the gaps?
I think they're more filling the gaps. Like, I like Pikmin 4. I don't think Pikmin 4 is like a big title though. It's a very niche, like almost like a cult classic type thing.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I could agree with that.
Yeah. So gap filler.
Yeah. Okay, so topic number 4, where you at?
Okay, so this one is starting to get serious now. Oh, so boy. At the Microsoft presentation.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Doug Bowser walks on the stage.
Oh, poor God.
I almost feel like we need to see Doug Bowser. Because I was thinking, like, would he be in the E3 type thing? And I don't think it makes as big of an impact if it's like a scripted thing. I feel like you see Doug Bowser and you're like, okay, you're reading the script. But if he comes on the Microsoft stage and they, shake hands and they release, I have 3 games here: Ori, Forza, and Rare Replay.
And when you say, okay, so hold on.
Okay.
When you say Forza, you're talking about this apparent Forza, or do you feel real Forza?
I'm feeling like Forza 3, Forza 4.
Okay.
Type stuff. I feel like it can handle it. And we get those games because I feel like Microsoft is really making their way towards getting Game Pass on the Switch, but there's not enough games to warrant someone paying that.
Yeah.
So they shake hands. He announces it, and possibly a Smash reveal with a Microsoft character.
Okay. Well, we need to put you back in reality.
That's the first big one.
So I don't. Man, could I see Bowser show up there? Part of me says no, but after seeing Miyamoto at Ubisoft the past 2 years, I find it hard to be like, no, it can't be the case.
He'd be the one too. I don't think Miyamoto would be the one.
I don't think Miyamoto would come on because they're not talking about any of his characters.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're talking about Nintendo stuff going over there.
Yeah.
But I feel like, man, you're right on some degree that like Bowser would show up. But I also feel like, could Phil Spencer show up in the Nintendo Direct?
And either way, I think there's going to be a big emphasis on this whole friendship that's been brewing.
Absolutely. I think Ori, you're dead on. I think the Forza game is maybe. I know there's a rumored mobile game called Forza Street that hasn't really actually been revealed yet. So I wonder if that would be the game that we get. And then Rare Replay would be fantastic. And I'll tell you the one.
Huge.
Oh, God. Forget about it. I think the game that they need to put on Switch that would kick new life into the game is Sea of Thieves.
That'd be big.
I think if they announce Sea of Thieves for the Switch, what it does is it helps twofold. One, it gets more people playing that game. It almost becomes a Fortnite reaction, I feel. If you remember last year, Fortnite was heavily rumored to be coming to Switch, and then all of a sudden, Nintendo comes to E3, boom, they open up, and there it is. It's there. It's good to go. And I really believe that game just catapulted to another level. Because there was people talking about Fortnite that never were. Dude, you were in Discord. Discord was a buzz with all Nintendo people that never even played Fortnite before.
Took over, man.
Dude, me, Rybo, Jams, you, Bad Bit, dude, for days. Me and Jules are sitting in a hotel room playing Fortnite. I never even played the game before. Me and Jules are playing. I mean, that's a lie. I played it on Xbox, played a couple matches. I was like, I don't get it. I don't like it. I'm out. But, with Jules, me and him are playing, and then I go home, and people have been playing it for a lot longer, and then they're teaching me how to play, and it was this huge thing. And it was such a huge influx of people playing. And I feel like if Microsoft added that to the Switch, I feel like immediately a whole bunch of people start playing. And it helps twofold. It brings Microsoft new revenue, because it brings new people to the game, but it also adds new life, where the people that have been playing Sea of Thieves get some fresh meat coming in, and some new people that could play. And I feel like I would be as bold as to say even Xbox users would start playing more on the Switch than they do on the Xbox, because of the ability of going wherever you want to go in your house.
Yep.
I feel like it's a game that can run on the Switch, no problem at all. So I think that's one that I potentially see getting announced.
That one scares me a little bit just because of how Ark runs and how Fortnite runs, to be honest. It runs decent, but there's still that whole open world. You have multiple players in a world. But I mean,
with Sea of Thieves, so it's a little different. Okay, so when you play Fortnite, there's people running around you all the time, and there's people there all the time. But and let's be fair, once you get in the world of Fortnite, it's not that bad. It doesn't. My frame rates never drop when I play Fortnite. My frame rates are always a solid 30. Sometimes it takes a few minutes for things to res in, but once they res in, it's done. It's not a matter of
the initial 2 minutes.
It's if that, not even that. Sometimes I'll land, stuff's all de-rendered, and then I land and I just wait a second, and then boom, it's up and running. But I never have another problem after that initial res in. So I think, now I don't know about Ark. I don't know what the issues were with Ark. I know that people were bagging on it big time. But I don't know. I think it could handle. And when you play Sea of Thieves, it's kind of it's just you and the boat and then the island. and it's not like it's not a huge open world. Anything that's open world is the water.
Yeah,
it's not like you land on an island and it's just this massive island like Fortnite. It's a little island. It's not these big massive things. So I think
you're
it's
right,
a little.
though, man. That would be a giant game.
Ooh, man, could you imagine? Dude,
I would get it.
I would get it day one. I would literally be like, when can I get it? Can I get it now?
Yeah.
Is it available now? Like, I want it now. So, yeah. What Ori, I think, is a definite.
Oh yeah,
No doubt about it. I think both. Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the...
that's a pretty nice sizzle reel. Ori, Forza, Rare Replay, Minecraft, Cuphead. That's a pretty nice looking lineup right there.
Beautiful lineup, man. That's a beautiful
Now,
one. And
jokes aside,
Hellblade kind of. I mean, that's a Microsoft game now. Now it's a Microsoft game.
But jokes aside, though, we have to talk about Smash a little bit because Microsoft they changed their profile to like a flaming Xbox logo for a while or something. Either Microsoft or Xbox did.
And that's kind of the sign of something new coming in, right? Like remember they had the flaming Chibi Robo a couple years ago
that's right.
and all that stuff. Okay.
So I think Rare Replay could lead into Banjo. I know that's kind of like a meme at this point, but that could lead into Banjo. And also there's a new Halo game coming. You got Master Chief, possibly. The only ones I can really see are Master Chief, Minecraft Steve, or Banjo.
You're missing one. You're missing one that is also going to get announced for Switch. The Battletoads.
Oh, the Battletoads one. Yep.
And I think that we could get the Battletoads game on Switch as well as Battletoads and Smash.
Oh my god.
Because the Battletoads and Smash, you could do all three. They could be Echo characters. So you have all three Battletoads, kind of like the Bowser kids. I'm not going to lie. I don't think we get anything from Microsoft in terms of a character. I think that the next next three characters that we get, right? We have three more left. I think they are all Japanese games. I think they're all. Yeah. I think the thing is that everything that's coming over is kind of it's the relationships that Nintendo Japan have made. Doesn't mean
was Piranha Plant in the Fighter Pass or was that just
was just a special? Here you go.
We have 4 left then.
Yeah, we got 4. No, I thought it was 4 new fighters.
I thought it was 5. I don't know.
Oh, no. It is 4. It is 4 left. So I think we get 2 announcements here.
Yeah.
I think we get 2 characters now, 1 in the fall, and then 1 in February. Because February is when it ends.
It's going to be hype. But I think that's my thing. My main prediction, though, is I would like to see Doug Bowser. Like, he's already shown us that he can take a joke and, he's playing on the whole last name. But
I think there's no doubt that Bowser takes up a big part of E3. Yeah. If you remember, especially when Iwata passed away, Reggie took that mantle. Reggie was a big part of the E3 presentations. The past 2 E3s has pretty much been Reggie. When most directs, it was like maybe Reggie and Bill Trinan or Bill Trinan and all this stuff. I think this one is where you have the coming out party of Doug Bowser, and I could see them doing some crazy stuff, man. Like really leaning into that Bowser name.
Imagine the year of Bowser.
Oh my lord, dude! Could you imagine? Imagine this: Doug Bowser sitting at his office, right, and Bowser sitting across from him. And they're talking to each other, and he's like basically saying like, all these years I told you this was gonna become true. Now we own Nintendo. Now we can kill Mario.
Yes.
Excuse me. It would be awesome.
That'd be so good.
It'd be so amazing, dude.
I love the year of Luigi. And for those of you who played the end of Odyssey, I won't say anything past that. I could see something happening.
Listen, the year of Luigi was the worst year in Nintendo history.
What? Yeah, it was.
It was horrible, dude. It was horrible. So I can see them never bringing that back again.
The year of Bowser, though, sounds fun.
Year of Bowser would be so much fun, dude. Could you imagine?
Year of Villains.
Yeah,
oh
man.
my god.
Yeah, sign me up. Okay, so what's your final prediction?
Well, me and Bobby were friendly until this point.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I think the big story from E3 2019 is that, oh god, I don't even want to say it, Animal Crossing is delayed.
That's not even remotely true. because at the last investors meeting, they said it's on target. It's fine.
Now, if it is delayed, though, it's still going to come in the fiscal year. So I think it would be like latest February, March.
Why? Okay. Let's get you piece of trash. Let's get serious. Why? Okay, why do you feel it's going to get delayed?
I feel like we haven't seen a drop of it. Now that could be. I also have the fact that we're going to see at least 7 minutes of it, 7 to 12 minutes of it in this presentation. And I could be totally wrong. They could blow us out of the water and give us this great Animal Crossing game. Hey guys, September, get ready, whatever the theme is or whatever. But I just think the lack of what we've seen, and what we did see was a little, a cute little skit. And at the bottom it says not actual gameplay. They've just been dead silent. I don't know if that's the beauty of it or...
It's the beauty of it. As an Animal Crossing fan, it is the beauty of it. And I will say this. You have 2012 is when that game launched originally. New Leaf.
Yep.
Dude, you're talking 7 years ago. They have been working. There was strong rumors that Animal Crossing was going to come to the Wii U. That was why they made that Animal Crossing channel. They basically went and rendered all these characters in HD. And I think the flop of the Wii U is what basically said that Nintendo was just like, let's put the brakes on, let's hold off. After 7 years, there is no reason in the world why that game should not be ready at all. Yeah. I think that game was ready when they made the announcement. In my gut, I feel like from that announcement until we get it, it's just pure polish. Is Nintendo just fine-tuning things, checking things, trying things, beta testing, bug testing, making sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. There is no way in the world that Nintendo delays that game. I can't see it.
Now, I don't think we would find out that it's delayed at E3. I think they would still go with the 2019 thing. And then later on, have another direct where we're saying, we need a little bit more time or something like that. But I don't know. I just, that's my crazy prediction. But it's going to be interesting though, because Animal Crossing is a weird one to show. There's a lot of people that love this game, but just think of like even 10 minutes of Animal Crossing being shown.
Much. Way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. I think we get, this is my God's honest truth, I think we get 3 to 5 minutes of Animal Crossing. Done. Move on. And then we get huge chunks throughout the week during Treehouse. Because Treehouse is the time to really, because it's all Let's Plays. So that's the time to sell people on these games, is during the Treehouse. And I think what you're going to do is you're going to see absolutely them just spending all this time in the Treehouse, showing the game off, showing new items, showing new ways to do things, just to get people who aren't Animal Crossing fans on board with what has to happen. What do you need to do? How do you buy furniture? How do you get furniture and all that stuff? I feel like this is the year. As big as Pokemon is, Animal Crossing is Nintendo's big franchise for 2019. This is their system seller. This is their console mover. I think we get a special edition console with this game. I think it goes up for pre-order that day. Like, I'm ready.
How fast would you pre-order?
I would pre-order immediately. For a brand new Switch, Animal Crossing themed, I will buy it right away. I almost pulled the trigger on Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu last year, and I'm not even a huge Pokemon fan. You're telling me that I can get something that has, like, Isabelle on it or whatever, like, or just the color? Dude, I bought a 2DS from Japan, Pat. Yeah. Like, come on. I can't even play the thing because I can't even read Japanese, but I bought it because I'm like,
you're right, though. We're going to look back at 2019. Right now, we're all hyped for Pokemon. It's the first game, major game. But I think we're going to look back and be like, wow, Animal Crossing Tropical Adventure. Like, that was the year,
Yeah, I think this is
I have no idea for this game.
I mean, do you play Animal Crossing games at all or no?
I do. I love New Leaf,
Okay.
but I don't even know where they go from here. I'm almost scared. I'm really scared. I'll have to admit.
I'm not scared at all, because I feel like for the most part, the only time, in my opinion, the only bad game in the franchise was City Folk. And City Folk wasn't even bad. The problem with City Folk was it was an exact port of Wild World. Mm-hmm. This will not be a port of New Leaf. I think they'll take a lot of the stuff that was in New Leaf and just turn it up a notch. And, man, if they could just find a way to basically go, hey, man, that Mario Kart track you're racing in, this is what the world looks like.
Oh, my God.
With the rolling hills and, oh, my God. Man,
the thing that scares me the most, though, is the social aspect of it, because you need that. You need that with Animal Crossing. And it's okay. It might be okay to leave it out in Mario Maker. And, okay, we don't have a mode in Mario Party, but, like, Animal Crossing needs...
They will not do that. They will not do that. I guarantee you they will not mess up the online functionality. The only thing... So there's a rumor that I'm hearing. Rumor number one. If you don't have Nintendo Online, you could still go to one person's town. Meaning if you and I were playing and we don't have Nintendo Online, we could still go to each other's town, we could still trade, we could still do whatever. And that would be the extent. But if you do have Nintendo Online, you could bring up to 8 people to your town. And that would be where then you could do big parties and do stuff like have fishing tournaments and do all kinds of crazy stuff at your towns. So that's my understanding. Now, what makes sense to me is if you're going to bring 8 people into the town at once, it's got to be a bigger town than other ones.
Oh, way bigger, yeah.
So I feel like we could get something, like if you could take one of the towns in Breath of the Wild and go, this is your town. Like, how those buildings were built and all that, man, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, you're actually in this immersive town, and you're just, like, running around, and, you know, like, that was, like, Tully Town. That was an amazing town that you kind of build up and all that stuff to go, like, here you go, here's another one. Oh, it'd be fantastic. And
I would love for them to integrate NES Online games into Animal Crossing like it used to be.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect no-brainer. I don't know if they'll do it. I just want more of the same of Animal Crossing, as boring as that sounds.
Yeah.
I still want them to, you know, be villagers in a forest and stuff like that. But it's gonna be interesting. But I think prediction, to be the depressing guy in the room, I think ultimately we might get a delay or later than we expect, but we won't find it out at E3. It would just say 2019.
No.
Okay, let me tell you this. Okay. How concerned would you be if it says 2019 with no date?
I would be very concerned. I would be very concerned because I feel like, where's it landing?
Yeah.
I would probably say if it wasn't, if they don't put a date on it, I would automatically go, it's hitting December. Like they're shooting for December. But my gut feeling is they're going to shoot for September, Luigi's Mansion October, Pokemon November, and then Zelda in December.
Okay.
That's my feeling. Because I know June you have Mario Maker. July is, I think, Astral Chain, right? August, one of them two. And then August is Fire Emblem. And then you have...
there's Daemon X Machina, Fire Emblem, you said.
Yeah, Fire Emblem. So they basically have a stacked year.
Yep.
But I will say this. They have delayed games that Animal Crossing, like New Leaf got delayed 2 years. But to be fair, they never came out and said, hey, you're getting it this time. You're getting it now. They just announced it and never talked about it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I was like...
if there was a year to delay it, this wouldn't be such a bad year. There's a lot coming out. But I feel like Animal Crossing needs to take over. I think we'll see that in the Treehouse. And then I didn't really put this on here, but I think Luigi's Mansion, we're at least going to get like 20 to 30 minutes of gameplay on that.
I think that's too much. What are you talking?
Well, they did like a whole level.
A 5-hour thing.
They did like a whole level of Yoshi.
Stop it! They're crazy. Not during the E3 presentation, did they?
No. I'm talking about Treehouse.
Oh, Treehouse. They'll have all kinds of stuff about Luigi.
Yeah.
They'll have like segments all day long. Real quick, let me just throw something at you before we wrap up. There's a couple of games, and I want to just get your opinion on whether you think they do get announced and if they come to Switch. We'll start with the first one. Witcher 3. Do you think that's legit? Is it coming to Switch? Did they announce at E3?
I think it's legit, but I don't know how it works. I don't know how it runs. I wouldn't buy it. Even if it comes out on the Switch, I probably wouldn't buy it.
Really?
Just because I'm kind of salty about some third-party games on the Switch, I'll be honest. But if it does come out and it runs well, I've always wanted to play it. So that's one of the games I've never got to. So I think we do see it, but I question how it runs.
CD, I trust. I trust them quite a bit that they would be able to do a proper port for the Switch.
It's a great game from what I hear.
Oh my god, dude. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
The next one I would say is, what about Apex Legends?
Oof. I'm going to say no on that.
Because they announced mobile. They announced a mobile game.
I mean, they should put everything on at this point. Realm Royale's on.
Yeah.
I feel like that was smart releasing that before E3. Because I think we might get...
Do you like that game?
Yeah, I didn't even try it.
Oh, it's not that good, dude.
I'm like another Battle Royale?
Well, I mean, it's not that. It's just the whole premise is just... I don't know. I got to maybe get some friends and go play. Because I felt the same way about Fortnite the first time I played it. I was like, this is bad. This is horrible. But I didn't know anything. And then I got a couple people that have been in the Discord that are like, no, you got to do this. You need to do this. So we'll see. I
mean, it's worth a try because I feel like Fortnite brought at least 3 million players the first day.
Oh, my God, dude. Right?
So
that was crazy, the number of people that came. But it was also free to play.
Yeah.
That's a big thing, man.
Is Apex free?
Apex, I think, is free. I think Apex is free.
Yeah, then
so why would you want to influx that? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you want to bring those type of numbers? Because, dude, that's more players that haven't touched your game before. And right now,
that'd be a cool announcement.
Right now, my understanding is they're taking a hit. Like, they had that initial push out the gates, but now they flatlined and they're losing players because, you know, they don't. I think people just don't realize, like, you're not beating Fortnite right now. You know.
Yeah, I'll say yes then. Why not? Yeah. Bring over everything, man. Because like Smite's over. Smite runs really great.
Yeah.
And Paladins runs really well too.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Overwatch as well, but I don't know about that.
There's a rumor about that as well. There's a rumor that was running last year, and that was more Blizzard just kind of waiting to see about how Diablo 3 sold. And I think it sold pretty good. So yeah. So that is all. Thank you guys for checking out another one of these special edition episodes. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Share it across the internet. Let people know about it. I really, truly appreciate all the support we've been getting around here these past couple of weeks. Patrick, real quick before we wrap it up, where can people find you one more time?
YouTube at NintenTalk. Also, with this good-looking guy, we have a Planet Nintendo podcast. You can find that on all those services.
Once in a while.
Taking a little break.
Nah,
I'm in the process of moving, but yeah, that's where you can find me.
So you can follow me Instagram, Twitter at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.